Once upon a distant future, humans have trashed the planet, and they tried to change by building robots to clean up and wind turbines for energy. But their efforts were useless, so the humans fled the planet on a futuristic ship into space. Back on Earth, only one robot is still active, smashing garbage and collecting stuff for his safety pod. Then one day, a big machine drops off another robot named Eve. Wally follows Eve and gets caught sneaking around. So Eve shoots at him because she didn't realize that the fast-moving object was another robot. Eve gets mad because she hasn't found what she needs to find, so she blows up a cargo ship. Wally tries to warn Eve about an incoming storm, but she doesn't understand, so she almost gets lost. Wally saves her and shows her around his safety pod. We then find out the prime directive of Eve was to find life, but she can't move herself when she has a life form with her. So Wally decides to bring her outside and protect her from everything. Then the big machine that dropped off Eve returns to collect her again, and Wally grabs onto the machine, beginning their journey into space. Wally then gets inside the ship that the humans escaped on, and he follows Eve again as she is taken away somewhere. But Wally leaves a trail of dirt, and a small cleaning robot follows him, cleaning after him. We discover that all humans have become fat. Wally bumps into a human and helps him back up into his hover chair. Then Wally spots Eve being taken away on a train, so he hops on at the last second. We then find out that every human can't do anything themselves. Eve, Wally, and a transport robot go up on an elevator to the captain's quarters, where we meet the captain and the ship's autopilot. The pilot does the morning announcements. Then the pilot finds out that Eve has found a life form, and he gets ready to prepare the ship for re-entry to Earth, but the life form is missing. Wally then gets caught by the captain, and so he shakes the captain's hand, leaving behind some dirt. Then Eve is sent to get repaired, and Wally is sent to get cleaned. Once they arrive at their destination, Eve gets examined, and Wally thinks she's getting hurt. So he tries to help, but ends up releasing every defective robot in the area. Wally and Eve make their way down to the escape pods, where we find out that a transport bot stole the life form and was about to send it to blow it up. Wally tries to get it back, but the escape pod gets launched within a minute, so Eve goes after it. The escape pod blows up, but Wally is okay. He makes his way back towards the ship, passing Eve on the way, then towards Eve, away from the ship, then back towards Eve, who is just floating there. Eve and Wally make it back aboard the ship. Eve then makes it back up to the captain's quarters and delivers the life form. The captain looks at her memory and sees that Earth is all messed up. The captain tries to go back to Earth, but the autopilot of the ship stops him. Wally makes his way to the captain's quarters, up a trash chute, and the life form is taken from Eve and lands on Wally. He manages to keep it safe, but then the autopilot tases Wally, forcing him to short circuit and fall down the way he came. Eve is deactivated and falls down the same chute. Eve then gets rebooted and almost gets launched into space alongside Wally through the trash chute, but she manages to escape with him. However, Wally's circuit board is broken. Eve, Wally, and the cleaning bot from earlier escape the trash chute. After they escape, they recruit all the broken robots to help them get the life form to the proper machine, but the autopilot tries stopping them by steering the ship to flip it. The autopilot tries closing the machine for the life form, nearly squishing Wally. Then Wally's wheel slips. The captain tries to take back control of the ship, and he succeeds. Everyone makes it back to Earth, and Eve goes to Wally's safety pod to get parts to try and fix him. Eve fixes Wally, but he has forgotten everything he's ever known. But when all hope seems lost, Wally remembers. Everyone then starts to re-inhabit Earth, and they lived happily ever after. That is my story time.